Hello guys, if you are planning to buy a Transalp, we're going to give you some tips how to check the condition of the bike generally. Of course, you can start basically from the tire, and you can tell from the wear of the tire if they are round or flat, especially the back tire. You can tell the riding style of the previous owner. If it's round, the guy goes fast. If it's flat, he's going very slow. The condition of the transmission. How to check easily the transmission? You just pull in the center of the rear sprocket the chain, and if it doesn't move, it means that it fits perfectly. You can check the wear of the teeth. Unlikely everybody thinks if they are long, it's wrong, it's old, because the wear is in the middle, so they get slimmer and longer. Okay, but anyway, this check is the best. If you see that comes up and down here, it's not good. Also, the slider, this is in bad condition, and it's you see underneath here, if you see it marks, it has to be changed, and this is important because to change this one you have to remove the swing arm. You have another slider is underneath here. That one is also important to check. Sprocket is the most important things. So you have to remove the cover and see if the sprocket has free play or not. Okay, if it has lots of free play, that's very bad, because the shaft, to change the shaft, you have to take apart completely the engine. In some cases, people weld it, and that's even worse. Okay. Another thing is the side stand. It might look something not so important, but in reality, you can tell how much has been used the bike to the side stand. You see, because this free play, it means it has been taken up and down so many times. You see, there is wear of the metal here. How to see if the discs are okay? It has to be completely flat here. If you can feel an edge sticking out here, it means that in the middle has to be has been worn off. Okay, so that it has to be flat, front and rear, like this. Okay. And brake pads, you see this material is the material that is going to be worn while you're using the brake all the time. Is worn off. So from the joint between the two, you can tell if there is much or less. How you can see it? You can see it, you have to or either one, you remove the caliper, or you can see it from here.
So from this side you can check if are used.
Okay, how to see the wear of the rear brake pads? You see this gap here, this gap. When both the brake pads are old, this gap is increased, because this is double, because it's the wear of the left and the right together, because the caliper is slightly towards out. The battery have a pipe on the right side that goes right on the top of the swing arm. So in some cases you can see rust around here in this area. You see a spot of rust. What does it mean? It means that the battery has been changed, and the previous battery has boiled, and the acid has gone to the swing arm. That happens very often with the Transalp. That means that the regulator was bad and has been changed. Okay. How you can check the rear shock absorber condition? That is going to be a little bit more tricky. You can check, first of all, if it's leaking oil, okay, from the top to the bottom. But you have to make sure that that oil comes from the shock absorber, because in some occasion you have a chain lube that goes into the shock absorber because they put too much oil, or engine also as well. So how can you double check? You just sit on the bike and jump a bit and see if it rebounds too quickly, instantaneously. If it rebounds, it's not good. It has to absorb and rebound slowly, okay? That same thing for the front suspension. You just push it down and see if it comes up slow or it goes rebounding. Okay, so the final test for suspension is to just take the bike and go for a ride. Even a few hundred meters, you realize it right away. You hit a bump and the bike starts swinging like this, rebounding. It's very easy. How to check the engine? The most common problem with the Transalp is the rear cylinder cover gasket. Why? Because the rear cylinder is hotter than the front one. Okay, so what happened? In the rear part, this is a bad gasket. In the rear part of the gasket is the maximum heat. You have also the exhaust, so the condition is very particular. What happened? The rubber that looks okay is not. You see these cracks start cracking. So you have oil coming down from this side. How to check? You just go with your finger and push here, slide, and you see if you get greasy, then it's the gasket. It has to be changed. And this is a job that is going to cost some money because you have to take many things apart. Okay, how to check the manifold? You see, this manifold is rubber, and they get hard. Okay, they get hard and they start leaking. So in this case, you can tell it's leaking because you see that's brownish here, and then goes and drips down here. Okay, so how you check? You just take a screwdriver, put it on the head of the screw, and try to push. You see, this is not moving because those has been changed. But if they are old, they shrink, and when you're going to push the belt, you push on the top of the screw, the belt rotated. It moves. Okay, that's a good test. Sometimes they are so bad that you can do it even by hand. Just push it with your finger on the head of the screw, and you'll see they'll move like this. And in that case, there has to be changed. All Transalp's clutch cable, they break in this point. Why? Because this, when you pull and release, it will swing and creates a wear. You can see here is shiny. It has been worn off, the material. So when you see it shiny like this, slowly they will break, and you can feel it with the finger. It will, see? That means that some of the cables are already broken. At the end, it will be like this. So check it out. How to check? You have to remove or release from the top and pull it out and check. From the handlebars, you have to release so it can go out, and you will see it. If it's smooth, it's okay. But if it you see, sticks to your finger, it's about to break. About the panels of the bike, how can you check if they are okay? This mounting system with this round pin, like, they break often, and as you can see, in this case, has been repaired. Not only here, but also here. See, has been repaired. Often they break also in the front fairing. You have one here, one here. That mostly happen on the Transalp 600 and 650 also. Another problem can be the mounting of the headlight, turn signals. They have a metal part that goes into the plastic, and that one also comes out. That can be checked also. I have seen often Transalps with the rear that is not in line. This center is not in line with the swing arm. Okay, why? This frame is very thin. The rear frame is thin. So it means that the bike has fallen on the side. Even a small accident, not big deal. The bike still goes straight and is okay, but the rear part of the frame only is bent, and that's a problem because it cannot be fixed. Another thing you can check is also bush plate. Bush plate is plastic, so it's flexible, and on the top is held by 2 screws and a small pipe, so it bends very easy. So you can also from that you can understand if the bike has gone off-road or in any case has been fallen, because it bends this tiny pipe that connects this screw to the other side. How to check if the bike has been through an accident? Mostly by the fairings. You have scratches or trace that can tell you that it has been repainted. Okay, so here is where mostly gets scratched, and the front fender. But in case that has been repainted and done professionally, you have marks in this edge. This edge has to be sharp, not round, sharp. Sharp edge, both sides. Because when this hit the ground, it's unavoidable. It's going to be scratched. Another thing that is through accident is bent, this, and scratched underneath. This one sometime, but mostly here, here, and the handlebars. This one, also this plate, they bend easy. So if the bike fall, this one you can tell they are bended inward. So this is not in a line. It's not like this, but you see it's a little bit backward. So this one has been bent. If the bike has been gone through big repairs, but still the frame of the bike is bent, how can you tell it? The bike, if you lift the hands from the handlebars, the bike goes either right or left. It doesn't go straight. A weak point of the Transalp are the rims. Okay, you have gold rims and silver rims. It depends on the year. In any case, when the gold rims are getting fainted, the color is fainting out, that means that the bike has been outside a lot. How you check the rims? Especially here around the valve, you can see a little bubbles, but then you might underestimate, because you see a bubble here, a small bubble here and there, and you think it's okay. No, if there are bubbles outside, you have at least twice the problem inside of the rim. Okay, be careful, because people wash with high pressure water the bike. Water gets in and never gets out, so the oxide works inside. So to check the status of the rim, you have to remove the tire. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe our channel. And if you have some question or some video in the next video, things that you want to know, please leave a comment and we'll make it.